Welcome back to the Rise and Grind Workshop. If you're new here, my name is Ryan, and for today's video, I have something really exciting for all of you that keep asking, Ryan, what's a good beginner laser or a laser to start out with if you're on a small budget? This little laser engraver you see right here is the all-new LOKLiK iEngrave, and this is a powerful 10-watt laser that's extremely fast, it's quiet, and it actually has a full enclosure on it, and that little 10-watt laser module is going to allow you to raster with speeds up to 500 millimeters, and best yet, you're going to be able to do vector cutting on things like Baltic birch all the way up to 8 millimeters. And some of the other features that really stood out on this iEngrave machine is the compatibility with LightBurn software. That's what we use here at the Rise and Grind Workshop. Not only is this iEngraver compatible with LightBurn and desktop applications, you can actually download an app on your phone and be able to utilize their powerful AI software, which is going to allow you to do some really neat photo engraving on this unit. So again, big thank you to LOKLiK for sending out this iEngrave. I don't know about you guys, I'm really excited to get this thing opened up. Let's go ahead and dive right into it. So now with the box opened up, you can see they did a fantastic job with the iEngrave on the shipping. This is some very nice packaging. I want you to notice here on the top of this foam, there's going to be two little pockets right here, and these have some U-shaped connectors. I, in the past, have thrown this stuff away accidentally. Just make sure you retrieve these prior to removing this upper foam. Now, another feature we really like, I know a lot of you struggle or are nervous about putting a machine together. The LOKLiK iEngrave is going to come mostly assembled for you. Now, depending on which iEngraver model you purchase, that's going to determine which type of accessories come in the box. We're going to go ahead and drop an image on the screen really quick showing what was included with our package, and that includes all kinds of accessories like this Fume extraction hose, power cords, and even the laser module. Now with all of your accessories removed, go ahead and keep unpackaging your laser and removing the foam insert. Gently lift your laser engraver out of the box, make sure that is all of its components. And go ahead and set that down on your work table. So one thing really cool, these riser legs are going to now allow this laser to stand off of your work surface, and on the bottom side here there's 4 knurled knobs. You simply remove those and this whole entire bottom tray is going to come out. That's going to make cleaning up from all your vector cuts later on very easy. Now that we have the legs under the iEngraver, this is a class 1 laser, so we're going to go ahead and get the lid all assembled right now. Now when it comes to assembling the lid, LOKLiK has done a good job labeling each panel here, and they've also provided you with all of the hardware labeled in each bag. Now with the lid partially assembled, grab your L brackets. There are 6 of them, and around the frame here you're going to see some tapped holes. Go ahead and thread those in and keep that flat upright portion to the outside of the frame. And speaking of these L brackets, right here on your X axis, they have the gantry secured so that didn't move during shipping. You'll need to remove that support. Now with the lid resting on that frame, you're going to notice the holes on this acrylic correspond to those L brackets. Go ahead and grab your hardware and thread those in. Now that we have the lid assembled and installed on the iEngraver, here's a recommendation. I personally next time would install these L brackets onto the frame first. That's going to give you a good starting point. You can attach the left-hand side and the right-hand side with the hardware into that bracket. You can then attach the back side, also the back top side, install those hinges, and then now you've got a working front cover. You have a set of limit switches right up here in the front, and that is a safety feature. Those need to be engaged in order for that laser to fire. Go ahead and locate your little Wi-Fi adapter, and you can thread that on right here. Now go ahead and locate your laser module. You're going to notice some nice machine dovetails, and that's going to match up over here to the mount on this gantry. Go ahead and make sure you have that gantry slid forward so you have room, and you're going to go ahead and slide that laser module down inside of that bracket. Go ahead and use the set screw right here and lock that in place. On top of the gantry, you're going to have a pin connector right here. Go ahead and plug that into the top side of your laser module. You're going to notice two connectors on the front side on both the left and right hand side. They can only go together one way. Go ahead and connect those as well. On the right hand side of the machine next to your e-stop button, go ahead and locate your DC 24 volts power supply and go ahead and get that plugged in. Also, don't forget, on the back side of this unit, there's a fan. That's what's going to extract all of your fumes. So you have a female plug right here. And on the left-hand side, there's a rubber grommet. You're going to need to poke a small hole so you can feed that through that grommet, like so. You will find another power supply in the accessory bag, and that's where you're going to plug in not only the extraction fan, but the LED light strip. And this is going to have its own dedicated on and off switch. And in order for your laser to fire, make sure you find the set of keys and have those installed in the key section. We're getting ready to fire this unit up, so let's just do a quick sanity check and recap. We went ahead and unboxed everything, got all of our accessories out. We located our lid, we assembled that. We got the brackets onto the outside frame. We got the laser module installed. We have the fan connected to our external power supply. We got our LED light strip mounted up here on the top of the lid. You can now see how nice and bright it is inside of there. And we've got our laser head module plugged into the correct pin connector. And we've also got our front limit switches also connected. We've got our power supply plugged into the DC 24 right up here in the front. We've located our key and have that installed. Next up, we're going to disengage the emergency stop. I don't know how many times people go to turn their machine on and they say, it's not working. Make sure that e-stop is disconnected. Now keep in mind, we do not have this laser connected to LightBurn, so let's go ahead and apply some power and see what happens. The LED light strip lights up really nice. The fan kicked on, and we just got ourselves a beep, so we know we've got power to the unit. Let's go ahead and move the camera over to our LightBurn software, and I'm going to show you how we get this thing connected. Inside your LightBurn software, let's go ahead and scroll down to the tab that says Devices. Click on that one time, and we're going to use the Import option. Go ahead and find the USB thumb drive that you've plugged into your laptop, and we are looking for a LightBurn file, specifically lef01.lbdev. Once you've found that on the thumb drive, go ahead and hit OK or Open. Now go ahead and hit OK on that tab. Now I want you to scroll over here to the other drop-down tab, and now we're going to go ahead and select the LEF01 10 watt. Now we're going to move right back up over here to where it says Console. Now you're going to notice it says waiting for connection. That means we are not connected just yet. I want you to drop back down next to the devices, hit that drop down tab, and we're going to choose the second file called cu.wch USB serial 130. And when I select that one, you will notice that now says LOKLiK iEngrave, and the working X and Y size is 300 millimeters by 300 millimeters. You are now connected to your LightBurn software. If this is your first time connecting a laser engraver to the LightBurn software, on that USB thumb drive, they have files that are going to show you the entire process in both a PDF version and a video version as well. Now that we've got this laser engraver connected to our LightBurn, I am going to share with you another way you can get laser engraving if you don't own a copy of LightBurn or have no desire to buy LightBurn as well. Earlier in the video, I stated this is compatible with both iOS and Windows-based PCs. This is also compatible with a cell phone as well. From the App Store of your choice, locate the LOKLiK software. We've already downloaded it, so we're just going to go ahead and open that. That's going to bring you right inside this home menu. What you're going to want to do is click on this plus key right here, and then you're going to choose your LOKLiK iEngrave, and you're going to just follow the prompts on screen. We've already connected ours, so I'm not going to walk you through that process. We're just going to jump right back to that home screen. And if you wanted to start a new project, you can just come right down here, and then now you're just going to operate like your phone does on a daily basis. You can make your screen larger or smaller. You could use the text tool, and you can type in whatever you want. This is just going to give you a small example of what can be done. Now, if you're looking for a little bit of inspiration, you could always navigate to some of the other tabs over here. And this right here is just some of the most liked. If you wanted to grab something out of here, go ahead and just click on that icon, and then you could go ahead and choose Go to Design. And that's going to bring that design right onto your workbed. Again, this is not a tutorial on how to use the mobile software. I just wanted to show you that they do have a very powerful AI and software app that you can use on your mobile device if you don't have a copy or don't even want to deal with LightBurn. And another nice feature on the back of this iEngrave unit is this fan, and this is going to help extract those fumes. At the end of the day, we are firing a laser beam into various materials. LOKLiK provided us with this 4-inch tubing. Go ahead and get that placed on this outlet right here. They've also included this quick connect hose clamp. Don't forget to tighten this down. So now with the hose clamp properly secured, you can follow that extraction tube all the way down to our small little fume extractor. This is a small portable extractor that we have here in the shop for doing setups like this. And don't worry, this is a common setup for our other laser engravers. We have a 6-inch port and an 8-inch port. You could always drill a 4-inch port and exhaust it out of your window like so. Earlier in the video, we talked about this being a Class 1 laser and LOKLiK knocking it out of the park by including this cover for safety features. They also have a multi-alert system in here. So if you have a movement issue, even a tilt issue, or a fire breaks out inside of there, or the temperature just gets a little wild, there's going to be an alert system that will notify you. Now again, this is a 10-watt diode laser, but don't let that 10 watts fool you. This has an optimized motor inside of that diode head there that's going to let this thing run 20% faster than some of the competitors on the market. And the positive side of having a diode laser is you're going to get that fine detail with raster speeds up to 500 millimeters, and you're not going to have to deal with a messy or leaking water chiller or any type of giant glass tube. You're able to get this nice, small, compact size laser engraver. So right now we're going to head on over to the computer, and I'm going to show you how to load a file in there, get your settings set up, shoot that over to the laser engraver, and I'm going to walk you through a couple different types of material, and we're going to start out with one of the most common materials you're going to see, and that's going to be some 3mm Baltic birch. All right, let's make a really cool keychain. Go ahead and go to your File, Import. You're going to locate an SVG or LightBurn file. We've already created this in LightBurn, so we're going to double click on this, and we'll go ahead and click Import. Right out the gate, you're going to notice there's a blue outline, and there is a dark graphic on the inside here. Over on the right-hand side, the black is going to represent our fill. That's what we're going to raster engrave. And then the blue is our line. So according to the power settings provided by LOKLiK, and I will have a link to that down in the description below, we are operating in millimeters right now, so we're going to run at 7,000 millimeters with a max power of 75%, and we're running this at 325 LPI with a bidirectional fill. Once you're satisfied with your settings, go ahead and highlight the entire object, and then go ahead and click on this preview icon. That right there is going to show us exactly what we want the laser to do. It's going to come in and raster engrave, then it'll come in and do its final vector cut. Go ahead and click OK. Now the first thing I like to do prior to engraving is we need to home the laser engraver. So you're going to see this little icon right here that says home. Now for safety reasons, anytime you laser engrave, you're going to want to have this lid fully closed. But for demonstration purposes, we're going to go ahead and click the home button right now. Our home is set to the back left corner. You can see the laser engraver is homing itself into that back left position. This right here is some 3mm Baltic birch. We've placed some 3D printed objects right here, and that's simply going to act as a spacer for us. Go ahead and locate your material. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab onto this laser diode, and I'm going to gently move this gantry out over my material. You're going to notice I have plenty of space between the bottom of the laser head and the work material. Now we need to focus the laser head. You're going to notice this bolt right here. Go ahead and give that some slight downward pressure, and you're going to notice that arm protruded out from the bottom of the laser. Now go ahead and loosen your set screw, and let's drop that laser module down until that arm just touches our work material. Now go ahead and lock that back in position, and don't forget to swing that focus arm back up. The laser is now set and in focus. All right, let's go ahead and laser engrave our first job. Once it finishes that raster cutting, you can now see it's doing the actual vector cutting, which is cutting completely through this material. With the vector cut complete, let's go ahead and see if that cut through. We'll take a look at that. Now to finish this keychain and make it pop, I got a little 400 grit sandpaper, and I like to just go with the grain and give that a light sanding to remove any of that soot or material buildup. Next, go ahead and hit that with some compressed air. And take a look at that. That looks awesome. So let me show you how we turn this into a finished product you can actually sell. This is a keychain accessory. You can put that right there inside of that hole, and then go ahead and grab your little keychain and slip that over here. Fold this over, and that's going to lock into place. And just like that, you've created your very first project on your LOKLiK iEngraver. Congratulations. Well, what do you guys think of how this first project turned out? Go ahead and drop a comment below. The detail you get with this little diode laser is absolutely incredible. And this just goes to show whether you're a student or just a DIY maker, or whether you're looking to start a small side hustle, this could be the perfect opportunity for you to get started. With this being a diode laser, we get lots of questions about what other materials can this laser work with. An extremely popular material amongst laser engravers is leatherette. And we here at the Rise and Grind Workshop use leatherette all the time. This is a material that was invented in China, and that's a faux leather. And this particular application has a thermal activated adhesive on the back side of it. This material is extremely popular for making patches on hats and also kinds of backpack tags as well. Now, when it comes to leatherette, there is a wide variety of not only colors but textures on the market. It would be extremely wise of you to study the parameter table that was included with your USB thumb drive when working with materials like leather or leatherette. I would also highly recommend you learn how to do a material test card. All the various colors and textures will engrave drastically different on a laser engraver. Now, if you have the optional honeycomb riser, I would suggest using that. For this application, we just lifted that material up on a donor piece of wood. And once again, don't forget to set your focal height with that arm on the right-hand side. We are in focus and we have new settings, so let's go ahead and test out the leatherette. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm extremely impressed. How cool was that? We just raster engraved some leatherette, and we now have a ready-made patch that we could apply to a hat. So again, this is rawhide to black leatherette. We just laser engraved that on that 10-watt diode, and then we did a full vector cut. As long as you have a hat press or some sort of a heat press, you would then be able to press that onto a hat and have a finished product to sell or just for yourself. We often get asked all the time, can a diode laser work with metal or acrylic? Now, I will say, yes, it works with acrylic, but one thing to watch out for with a diode laser beam, it's going to struggle with clear acrylic and white acrylics. You're going to want to stick to dark colors like black. We are also bombarded with questions about diode lasers, if they can laser engrave metal, and the short answer is yes, they can engrave metal, but can they actually etch into the metal? No. Just like a CO2 laser engraver, anytime you're using something like an anodized aluminum business card here, the laser is going to simply be removing that top coating. It's not actually getting down into and etching the metal. If you wanted something like that, you would need a very more powerful fiber laser engraver. So for this demonstration purposes, this is just a basic anodized aluminum business card. You can get these off of places like Amazon. We're going to go ahead and throw this over here on the work table and show you how that works as well. All right, we've loaded up the anodized aluminum, put it in focus. Let's go ahead and send this to the laser. This looks incredible. Let's get a close-up look at that. Fresh off the LOKLiK iEngrave anodized aluminum business card, that detail is incredible. So for those of you that have been following the Rise and Grind workshop for a long period of time, you know we've unboxed a wide variety of lasers here in the workshop, and honestly, this is the first time we've actually unboxed a sub $600 laser engraver, and yes, you heard that right. At the time of this video, they're going to be coming out with two different versions. They're going to have an open frame format as well as the cover version you see here, and the target price point is going to try to be $550 or less. Well, being completely honest and based upon my setup and our end results, I would have no problem recommending this all-new LOKLiK iEngraver for a family that's looking for a safe laser that's nice and quiet, fast, and also budget and beginner friendly. I personally feel the LOKLiK iEngrave knocked all those bullet points out of the park. I've been extremely impressed with this unit, and again guys, you saw the results. If you guys gained any value out of this video and you would like to know where you could purchase a LOKLiK iEngraver, I will have a link down below in the description as well as a code. If you guys gained any value out of this video, it would be awesome if you used our code RISEANDGRIND. And I'd like to give one last thank you to the team over at LOKLiK for considering the Rise and Grind workshop for doing this product review. And of course, thank you to all of you, my loyal followers. We wouldn't be able to build out the Rise and Grind workshop if it wasn't for you guys. Go ahead and drop a comment below. Let me know what you guys think of the LOKLiK iEngrave, if this is something you could see you and your family using, or drop a comment and let me know what other type of content you would like to see me film on the iEngraver. We'll catch you guys on the next video.